Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Slipways, where today we're headed into the dark, and I'm concerned about this one. Listen, we may have some episodes where it's just a bunch of me flubbing openings and stuff. I will be happy to score even a single star. So, cosmic anomalies make this sector hard to map, but worthwhile for research. It appears the forebears once studied this sector extensively. Perhaps we can learn something by following in their footsteps. You know, maybe. So 27 years to reactivate 4 anomaly laboratories and get the total science output from them to 24 bulbs per year. So we have extremely limited visual distance here. We do have the ability to build a whole planet into a giant sensor array, which lets us cut through the interference a little bit. Any planet can be used, but costs are higher on less hospitable ones. We cannot build any standard labs. We only get science from the anomaly labs, which must be activated by sending researchers there and then supplying different researchable resources rather than multiple copies of the same one, as is the case with our labs. We earn stars based on total science generated per turn. I assume it means per year, because science generated per turn would be fractional. And stars based on the science output of your best anomaly lab. Okay, so went to the Vittori immediately, and they do have quantum computing. But I have to be honest with you, I don't really like much else of what they've got going on here. I guess skill up is pretty good. Okay, the Euphorians have geo-harvesting, which is compelling. Dimensional anchoring, which is fine. Hyperdense architecture, which is sometimes very good. Xenotourism, which could be very good. Sleep replacement is so expensive and so late in the game that by the time you can get it, like if you've made it to this point in the game, you almost never need it. The Dender have gene adjustment, which obviously I love very much. So cultural exchange, self-sustaining ecosystems. I mean, obviously universal harmony is a lot of fun. Don't think we want to use you. I might take you just for gene adjustment. So this is the one that lets us build the solar plants, the effectively solar plants, on lava and ice ball planets. I think this is broadly more useful than the other tech that does a very similar thing, which the game clearly agrees with, because this one's a higher tier and more expensive. But like, this is, I think, a reasonably compelling set of traits. This one does have matter lensify, mass lensing. Flexible fabrication's pretty cool, but like maybe we want to do this. And then as far as our perks go, so we do have social capital, which is actually pretty good a lot of the time, but it does require you to have a couple of reasonable planetary projects to build, especially early. And I don't think we have much. Yeah, we have almost no projects at all, in fact. So what, it's mega structures and hyperdense architecture, nothing until tier 3. So this seems like it's probably not very good this time out. Food synth is almost always terrible. More minerals is more good. Do I believe that? We could pull explorers instead and make some money, but this will be less valuable than it is normally because of the fact that our vision range is so curtailed. I am definitely thinking about just starting with $60 extra. You know, luxury is pretty good, actually. 30%, as long as you're making sure to provide goods to your people worlds. People worlds having 30% extra trade outcome. You know, this the reverse. That's what happens when it's income, but it's going elsewhere. And then like maybe we do take geology. I guess geology will make it easier for us to do minerals to goods on as many forge worlds as possible. I don't think that's terrible. We're gonna have to get a lot of science though. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull it off. I am more than a little bit worried. So you'll notice that I don't have really specific memories of a lot of the missions, but I have specific memories of this one. That makes me believe this is going to be a nightmare. I remember struggling. Okay, so that's it. That's all the planets we get to see in the initial the initial run up. Pretty rough. I mean, one thing we can do obviously is build a sensor array and try to take wide advantage of stuff. If we made this Earth like a people world, we could get food from here or from there, potentially. I really want to I want to make this like robots to goods, maybe. Have this be a robot world and have it produce food that's... Is that really too far away? That sucks. Oh. But the robot world could reach that to make that a food world. So... we would have to get a point of population here before it would produce the second robot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this world a sensor array. So this is how these work. And we're just going to reveal sort of this chunk of space. See if we can't maybe make a little bit more sense of our options here. Oh. That's interesting. Wow, that was nothing. It's really wild how nothing that was. Oh, that's cool too. The problem is, this world being robots to goods does not get me food. Or this world making robots for the robots to good. We're in a really awkward spot here. If I make this a population world as well, this can be the connect for the robots. Robots to goods here, goods fed to both worlds. And then the robots from this world can go to there and get us food. And that's kind of a weird structure, but it ends up with us having a couple of pretty happy people worlds, both of which are receiving goods and as such benefiting from luxury. So I do think that's actually the move. Now, if we're trying to do this such that we leave our tasks as open as possible, we got 6 months left. We're gonna start with this. We're gonna set up this food move here. Okay, get an ocean planet to successful. We're actually gonna do that almost immediately. Colonize planets of different types. That should be very doable. This isn't terribly far off either. What is the... Okay, it's the same upgrade path as usual. So I think we have 3 very doable options here. I'm going to pick them like this. Okay, so... Connect, 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 and connect. Fuck me. Seriously? I guess I didn't check. I just kind of assumed that it would be good because, of course, it's good. It's so obviously, like, they're so visually close. Shit, y'all. That's really bad. Oh, also, this needs a point of water to produce the third point of robots. We could get water to it in theory. In theory, if we weren't out of money. Okay, I don't have enough money. What does it cost to set that up? 8? Okay, 8 works. So we go robots to goods here. Then we fire this for a lot. Send that in, send that in. And I have to find a way to produce food over here, which we can do. I'm just going to set it up. I think the value of doing this is pretty high. Okay. We need to settle one more kind of world. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but it might be the case that turning a world into a sensor array might count. It totally might. I would really like to make this a mineral world, and we can do some more stuff here. Five. Oh, you know what? So we'll have. Did I just get 5 plus 6 is 10? Is that what just happened? That's not correct. Increase production of minerals. We're about to connect here, so that'll increase the production of minerals immediately. Food up by 8 units is a really silly amount. I just can't see that happening. So this is, I mean, we're going to do that, and then, yeah, and actually it matters. It matters that we were robbed of a single point of dollars, because we could do a probe with that if we hadn't been. Okay. Yes, send more people out, especially like these worlds, the worlds that have goods need to be trading out as much stuff as possible. That's a bummer. I was really hoping one of these would be a forge world. It would have made my life so easy. Alright, well, show me remnants. It's a shame. We are not going to be able to provide robots here. Making robots there doesn't do anything. Well, it's pretty bad. And all we have are tiny signals that are really, really spaced apart. Can make this a water world. That's not too terrible. Except that we're already at this point where it'll be extremely difficult to draw these routes because everything's getting so far away. What do we do about it? I mean, what can we do about it? I can reveal some stuff, I suppose. We can hope to discover something interesting or valuable. What if instead of that I revealed 600 ways to get minerals? Wow, just a big dead end, huh? Well, That's pretty bad news, if I'm honest. Oh, this shouldn't be a, what am I doing? This shouldn't be a water world. It should be a people world. We have the resources to make it functional as a people world. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay. I think I would like to produce a little clarity. Gosh, how do I want to set this up? I guess a probe reveals these two. Then a probe reveals that area. We've found our first anomaly, and as expected, it is accompanied by a forebear laboratory. Cool. Despite its age, we should be able to reactivate it. So if we did get robots to here, which maybe we can. Does that work? That does work. We can provide 2 different resources from that very easily. Okay, it's looking pretty bad. I have a lot of concerns about the way this is shaping up so far. Yeah, that's not very good, is it? It's like all of my money. Okay. So, there's possibilities. I think that was worth looking at. Gosh, I need science. If we can just get to geoharvesting, everything will be okay, but how? But how though? But like, what do we do? So we have 27 income right now. I guess I could do that. I could just connect. It's all of my money. I feel like scrapping this, just scrapping it's not right. Does this work? No. Thought maybe we'd found a way to correct the robot problem here. This is actually like very awkwardly positioned. Well, do that and pass the year. Then do this, since this is active. Now we have some income at least. I guess if I made this a bots factory... Hold on. I'm going to make this a bots factory first, because that lets me blow up a couple of asteroids. So we can still connect this, but now we have some money, and we're not that far off of connecting that either, which is not really meaningful. Yeah, it won't be until we get level 3 on this that it produces the point of water necessary to make that connection. but we have got to get some science income. Are we paying upkeep for this? No, we totally aren't. Okay. Send another searchable or researchable resource to increase science by a further +2. Oh. Actually do that. The archives at this laboratory are ancient, and most of the data is lost, but our scientists managed to recover fragments of text. Initial punch-through was successful, boundary conditions remain unclear, suggest modification, we'll have to study more labs to learn more. Sounds cool, in theory. That's just really ugly. The thing is just not anywhere near any worlds. Feels like a lot of intentional cruelty, you know? So, at least at this point, we are headed in the direction of geoharvesting. And once we have geoharvesting, we are no longer going to have money problems. We may have to allow some pretty light years to pass here, some pretty weak years, but we are going to get there. So chip or mineral would get us another +2. If only we had a source of mineral. Interesting. So if we could get a point of population over there, it would actually be like totally awesome. I was really hoping one of those would be a world. I was hoping not to have to do this. Because what if we needed that world to produce food, you know? Okay, well, I'm starting to think it's not going to be an issue because there are no settleable planets anywhere in the entire goddamn universe. Okay, that's compelling. So, if we do Mineral World here, we're making progress on that. We can send a mineral to there. We can send a mineral to there. That produces a second point of robots, allowing us to send robot to here. And then we're, you know, we're doing a better job of connecting our resources and like we're spending our money in a more sensible way. Unfortunately, I cannot realistically do anything further this year, I think. Geoharvesting's at 16. And I think we do have to wait. All right. So I'm going to tap this button because I don't want to settle any worlds here and lower our, you know, create extra upkeep costs. So let's do this. Then we'll make a scrapping operation, make a colony, get the two-way trade. Oh, that's true. This doesn't trade across cleanly. I mean, we won't get the water out, or we won't get the third point of minerals out of this until we send it water. It's not ideal. Well, I suppose the science income can wait. Because I should try to put myself in a position to make money. Except I can't afford to do anything. No easy food sources. This is cool, though. So we have another mineral world, which makes it easy enough to send minerals from here, and then those minerals can go there. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we're going to tap this button. We're going to pull geoharvesting. And I'm going to start smashing worlds. Okay, we had to get that done at some point. There we go. Managed to get a couple of income things set up here. 7 science off of a single planet feels pretty okay. Still need to make the food work. So we blow that up for $25. Okay. Gaia world, food. That's not bad, actually. We just moved up an empire size, and you can really feel it. Wait, sorry, let me not do that. Let me connect to here first. Oh. Huh. We do need to get a 7th trade route resource going too. It's not really relevant right now. It's just a thing I'm thinking about. So we could actually make use of the matter replicator in biomass mode, potentially. Scrapping it for parts doesn't do too much. If it was doing all this... Interesting. I don't think we do anything with it right now. It's just interesting. All right, so now we have a relatively stable setup for the moment with real science income. So if I get water to this world, we could do minerals to chips, and we can make some pretty good stuff happen. I can't get water to this world, but if I could, imagine, just imagine it. Would be pretty neat. Okay, we got to connect to some other worlds. I am out of money again, and we're just going to burn garbage planets that are in inconvenient positions to solve that problem. Really? Feeling pretty unsure about what to do in a lot of these situations. So we got to connect to more stations. That's what it is. We got to connect to more Forebear labs. Huh. It's 12 to set this up. I mean, that's fine. I think I want to preserve the ability to people this world. I really want to do another lab. Okay, so I think that we should grab... Actually, I think we should grab deep drilling. We almost missed it, and I think it's actually fantastic. So mines on mineral planets produce more minerals and more income. It's cheap and it's high value. It is a shame that so many of our mines are not on mineral planets, but even so, I think it's still right. This doesn't work, does it? Oh, it totally does. Weird. Make money, dollars, or heart for each successful planet connected. I mean, obviously, making science on that's pretty exciting. Oh, and then we can still grab, like, gene adjustment if we want it. Is the move here... I think we're going to grab gene adjustment now. And then geothermals next. So next year, in fact. Okay, we could do this as a people world instead. And in fact, it's probably better for it to be this. Because what we really want to do then is make this a Gaia world so that we have resources to pour out. So I suppose there's a question here about food worlds. Okay, question answered. That actually looks really good. So who is the least likely planet to be useful? Congratulations. Okay, and then this becomes... We are really just moving the same resources back and forth over and over again. And it's a bummer, but also I do need to just like... Here, let me just get this set. Out of money again, are we? Well, I doubt I'm going to need this. Okay. Connect, connect. Now, if we get another point of population to here, or we feed it energy, we can do some... We can get the biomass down as well, and then send a point of water over there. It's actually very good. So I can certainly make that happen. Where's a world I don't like? This one. Let's go ahead and spend the 30. Moving energy got us where we were going. Okay. We're about to make a mineral world here, so that'll be good. And honestly, I think this is pretty doable. I know it took us a little while to make the trade routes. Ooh, I am out of population, though. We'll figure it out. Do I have a plan for solving that problem? No? All right, well. Sure would be cool to get some goods over to this world. I think I might make this one of these. See, this is a little awkward. If you have these dark areas, you cannot build routes through them. But it's just, it feels like we could, there's a bunch of different ways that we could remove that. If we settle any of these planets in this area, that'll fix it. So I'm not too stressed about it. This doesn't work, right? Yeah. We're never going to get actual goods to this world. So maybe I should just send the energy back. Yeah, we don't have like flexible fabrication or anything. Oh, I should do this. Just like spend our resources, right? Okay, interesting. Please let this be a mineral world. Sad. Well... What about this? That's not a people world either. So this probably can send minerals up here. I'm going to trust that I'm going to figure this out eventually. And I'm going to make this happen now because we should have the extra science. More writings from the original researchers were recovered. Results promising. No reason to believe this cannot be compensated for. Defiance is folly. Always a thing you want to read in scientific literature. Will not maintain sentience. No doubt the bridge will prevail. Some worrying shit. I have concerns. Our income right now is very bad and unhappy. It sucks so much that this is apparently not a viable route. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess we ought to turn this into minerals chips, right? Oh, I can't. This won't work because of the tiny bit of uncharted land around it. But if we just turn it into this, it'll reveal enough space. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, that. Go ahead and connect that over there. Oh, huh. Sorry. Oh no, cannot undo because the last thing I did was reveal information. I just wasn't paying attention. All I had to do was go destroy some planet somewhere and we were fine. All I had to do was crush some planet beneath my boot. Oops. That was actually going well too, I think. Like, I think that was headed toward a victory. I feel profoundly silly. Okay, we don't have Geo-Harvest available on this one. I believe it's always either Aphorian or Bakar. So it is the first thing I went to look for. Well, shoot. Let's take the Aphorians again. Xenotourism and gene adjustment are both potentially, like, big deals. Geez. Who else? The Silthid will give us access to flexible fabrication, at least. And, you know, extreme miniaturization makes it easier to get access to some of the stuff that the labs want. We always end up wanting lots of extra chips. So, yeah, I think I like that. And then... it's actually really interesting. So if we take brain-machine interface, then all of a sudden social capital is way more interesting. So maybe we do these two. There's lots of ways of boosting planetary income. Pick up brain-machine interface relatively early, put it on some planets that are significant. It will increase trade income by 60% when we build it. I assume these will stack additively. If they stack multiplicatively, obviously even better. Repurposing, anywhere we build repurposing is going to get the social capital boost. I actually really like that idea. Okay, we just have to not go bankrupt before getting the text that we need established. Feels a little risky. It's a larger number of signals in our initial area, at least. Although, if anything, the situation's actually grimmer. Okay, so what we could do here is we can make one of these a food world and the other one a water world in the hopes that this will produce robots. We actually don't have a lot of other plays. Just kind of have to commit. This should probably be the food world, both because the robots are closer to it and because, you know, we can hope to have another world out there to feed. So... don't know that it matters much what order we do this in. Plus, we can get a pretty decent asteroid here. Let's make this robots. So establish 2 more pairs of planets. Get a food-producing planet to successful. That actually should be pretty doable. Because Ocean Food World is... it's robot mineral in, right? Yeah, so if there's a mineral world over here, it'll make that pretty doable. And then a Forge World to successful is going to require trade. Or, well, of course it's going to require trade. You know what I mean, though. It's going to require chips, so... Okay. Show me Mineral World. Okay. Or don't. That's fine. Oh, you are kidding me. Phooey. Okay, well... I mean... This doesn't work either. Once again, the very edge of the area. Okay, I need to get vision. We need to know more. Okay. Does this really not work? It's so close. So we have multiple ways of getting minerals to this world and no way of getting minerals further. Well... I think I have to just do it. Yeah, pretty sure. Send the food along. We do the two-way trade here. Hooray. And then this is the mineral world. Okay. May as well do that too. Get ourselves some more cash while we're at it. And then... trying to figure out, like, how much over here do I want to reveal? Maybe we do it like this. And then we run out of dollars. Strategically, obviously. You know, with intent. What if I was just... what if it was all an act? What if I've been playing so badly on purpose? Imagine. Okay. So... if we make this a people world, we can do a two-way trade here and close up the Euphorian mission. Don't know for sure that we can get food. Okay, there we go. That's guaranteed food. Yeah, I like that. Huzzah! Spent basically all my money there. I do want the $80. Get a Forge World 2 successful. I mean, I would love to. Realistically, how would I do that? Because this, it seems like this is going to be a nightmare, and I do want to do it, but I just don't see how. Because I want the $80, obviously. So, like, if this is robots, I would love to have that be a goods world. But obviously this line makes generating like robots to food pretty tricky. Oh, right. I don't have enough money to do anything, actually. Okay, now we can do some things. $8. Whose lousy idea was that? Let's do a little bit more. A little bit more searching. Okay, that's potentially valuable. Okay. So my immediate thought here, obviously, is that it'd be really nice to make this a Gaia world and just send all of the Gaia down to the anomaly lab. However, I'm out of population. So I can Gaia world or I can open up the lab, but not both. I guess we know that we are going to connect this eventually, so I could just make this a goods world right now. We just commit to the idea that that's going to work eventually. And that would give me the resources necessary to set all this up and also get luxury flowing on this planet, which will actually be valuable. So I guess the question is, do I want this to be minerals or robots? And honestly, I don't know. I'm going to have it be robots, I think. Sorry, later. The reason I needed to decide that was so that I knew which one of these buttons to click. Okay, so that's partial credit on our quest. And I'm out of scoring asteroids, right? I sure am. Well, we can send out one more probe. Those were exactly the opposite of what I thought they were going to be. Okay, so we've got this going. That rules. If we get this producing the robots that we need it to produce, then we can send a robot here and a robot there, which is pretty cool. One problem at a time, obviously. So we still need to make a Forge world better than struggling. All of our Forge worlds are struggling, 100% of them, which is cool. Cool and definitely the way you want that to be. I think I want to just go ahead and set up this two-way trade. Just the values seem too high not to do it. And then it's pretty expensive. That's a non-scoring asteroid. The only place that we could set up a people world around here that would feed this world would be that world, and that doesn't seem super doable. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem great. We have a little bit of science now, so that's gonna help. Brain-machine interface is going to help. Okay, that's a little bit of money. How do I best make use of it? We could go up to... I guess I'm just going to blow both the asteroids up now. Just go into the next year with a reasonable amount of cash, and then... I mean, I think I really want to build a sensor thing. It's much cheaper to build it on the Arctic world. I guess since technically it's a world that can host life. I do think of the Arctic worlds as just sort of like garbage planets, but maybe that's a tiny bit unfair. I was really hoping that was going to turn out to be arid or Earth-like or something. So I would love to use this second point of food. Why is nothing anywhere habitable? Why is everything got to be so difficult? Y'all? Why does it have to be such a goddamn nightmare? Gosh, I really want to build brain machine interface here. I guess we're pretty close to being able to afford it. It's another world where it might be pretty okay. Although this world's going to have a harder time getting goods, I suppose. All right, we have to keep expanding. But we have to do it carefully. We have to make sure that we are actually using as many points of everything off of our worlds as we can. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, because, like, making this a people world, sending it here, absorbing the biomass, and then, yeah. I guess if I did it that way, it wouldn't be totally awesome. So it would cut off the road we need to make this work. And I could have made that minerals. At this point, I probably... It's probably pretty... It has turned out to be probably pretty bad that I didn't. Oh, wow. Okay, there's only one people world anywhere nearby. That's a real problem. How do we deal with that? Because, like, there's not even anything around here that can provide food or water. This planet is just, like, hard, uninhabitable. I guess what I need more than anything else right now is information. Okay, yes, it is hard, uninhabitable. This whole area of space is just fucking dead. Well, y'all, I gotta be honest, feeling pretty doomed. It's marginally better. It's at least near a planet that could theoretically produce food or water. Not both, but, you know, something. Okay. There's so many asteroids in this area, and they all connect to different worlds. Okay, next year we get brain-machine interface. Things are going to turn on a little bit for us at that time. We might just be too slow, though. Does this connect? All right, you know what? Just do it. That's actually probably pretty good for us in this situation. Okay. Brain-machine interface. Yeah, spend $10 to get a $7 increase in income permanently. Seems okay. So it's not clear. It doesn't actually do the math for us in a way that I can tell if those are stacking, which way those are stacking. Where else would I want to do it? Because that could be what we do, right? We could just do that twice and then end the year, and then at least we're coming in with some decent income next year. So it'll be a 60% boost on this, which will be like 4 points. That'll pay itself off in a couple of years. Planet's got to be successful first, which is a real shame. The fact is, I probably need to spend some money doing more sensor work here because we have to figure out if it is possible to inhabit this planet. Okay, the answer looks like no. What about this one? Can we interact with this maybe? No, actually. No, you cannot. Well, this is going swimmingly. All right, we're headed toward gene adjustment. That'll do something for us, theoretically, potentially. Oh, this is too far. You know, I had not planned in the possibility of it just being impossible to activate most of the ruins. That was not a possibility I was prepared for. I hate to do this. This is like pretty expensive. But we do need to actually know if there's some way to make use of any of this area. Not quite is the answer over there. Really hoping for a Forge World. I'd really like to fire this after we get the Silted thing figured out. It does just kind of seem like there is no, there's no good Forge Worlds anywhere. Like, there's a ton of Forge Worlds, but they're either totally isolated from the things they want to send to or totally isolated from actual sources of the resources they need to start working, or both. Many of them are both. So this would need chips. And it can't reach this world. So this one can't flip, this one can't flip. We're going to have to find a different Forge World. Okay. How about this? If this is a chip world, we don't actually have a second source of chips in the area, nor can we create one. Or a second output. You know, a second world that wants chips. So it continues to be the case that everything is terrible forever. So we can do we can make this a people world pretty easily. but I can't feed the forge world. Ugh, very frustrating. Our robots won't reach this world, so we can't make food here. If we do the easy thing and go biomass to food, triangle, and then minerals to make this functional, I can't also send minerals to here to make goods, which I definitely want to do. I can just do the minerals to goods this way. Settling this world has a lot of benefits, though. All right, I'm going to do it. We're going to make this a colony. I'm going to blow up an asteroid or two. We're going to connect to that and see what's what. Turn a nearby planet into other stuff. That's interesting. Leave it for now. What would make sense to do? Gosh, what would make sense to do? I guess, I don't know what nearby means. If this world could be turned into a forge world, well, it can't, though. Huh. Because then we could do our food triangle over here and then do the goods triangle over here, and this would feed that, and it would be awesome. It's so good, but we don't even know if it will be possible because there's no indicator. I do wish when you like moused over an option like this, it would show you the ring around the station that determines which worlds are live for that. It's out of range and obstructed. We can just hope. Yeah, I'm just going to hope. Because we're hoping about the thing that, like, the most eventual version of the thing, right? We can go ahead and set up the basic functionality of this world right now. Okay, so that's good. The gene thing comes a little bit later. So this is a little scary because we are going to push up to the next empire size bracket here, which is always bad. It's always bad to do. So I'm going to bolster a little bit here. We're just going to make some extra trades. I would love for the move to come after next year's income. I guess we don't have enough things to do. Oh, Jesus. Absolutely cannot do that. And then we just pass. We cannot make the size changeover before the beginning of the year. We just can't. All right, now we have a little bit of time to correct some stuff. I do need more information here. Because, like, this could be... If any of these signals over here are capable of producing minerals, okay, then we've got some interesting stuff available to us, right? We can go Hive World. Minerals to goods. Run out of money. Deliver minerals. We can make that happen. And then this world finishes this task as soon as we move a point of population off of it in some way. Which, you know, we can do, theoretically. Oh gosh, are they really going to do this to me? Yeah, they're going to make it so that there's no... Oh, come on. You're killing me here. Okay, this world also would love to be able to move a single point of population off. This world can do it too. Okay. So that accomplishes that, gets us some resources. I don't know what the next thing we pick up is. So... I don't know how we actually serve these labs either. Like, we're in such bad shape here. Can these worlds? No, that doesn't quite reach. I was going to say, that would be a handy source of water. Potentially. That is the opposite of a source of water. Of course, it couldn't just be a planet, right? Okay, that's good news for us. Does this reach to here? It does. We'd have to get chips to this world, but that could happen. That could happen. Is there a place... Have we meaningfully set up a place where it makes sense? Oh, this should happen, for sure. Here. Here is a place where it makes sense to buy machine interfacing. Actually, this probably is 2, right? And then we can still do a little bit more work. I don't know what we would do to make that useful, honestly. So this kind of sucks. Because again, it does change our our empire size in a way that's a real bummer. But there we go with the science again. That's good news. Dimensional anchoring is pretty solid. This only accepts... So it says it only starts paying for them once it gets 3 different ones. So it probably does let you offload resources onto it for money, and then it also gives the happiness, which is cool. I might take dimensional anchoring, actually. We don't usually, but money's pretty tight. Doesn't seem terrible. Okay, so we can get any of those. Not going to be easy to feed goods to this world, is it? That is a shame. So you've got 2 entire labs active. As that is rough with 2 Fs. Well, I don't actually think this one's going to be useful. Let me try to grab some more information out here. Let's see if we can make something happen on this side. Also, is there another lab out here? No, there totally isn't. We're very close to one over. I guess I should probably be focusing. That's not so good. And right now, our income is truly awful. So end of the year is going to be end of the year into the coming of the new year. It's going to be a rough time for us. Come on, there's got to be a way to get... There we go. All 4 of those signals at once. That's what I needed. Okay, that's interesting. It's almost functional. Right, because we do like robots to food here if we wanted. But then we have no source of chips. Or we could do chips, but then we have no source of food. And honestly, the money situation is frankly 100% terrifying. Do we have any more like simple connections we could make? We could do that, except that we can't. None of this stuff does anything. I think I'm actually just gonna burn that for money. This world could be... We are never going to get a Forge world to successful. I really thought it wasn't going to be that difficult because we were going to be searching so aggressively for sources of goods, but this has really been a kick in the face. Okay, so we got that one set up already. Guess it's not the worst thing to do it here. Still pays itself off in pretty short order. So I think what I have to do here is... I don't like it, but I think what we have to do here is just settle this one, do the two-way trade for the minerals. Does this really not connect to any nearby world? Well, I guess we can only see the one. Yeah, we do the two-way for the minerals. We trust that we will produce food here eventually. I guess it would be better to do... Yeah, we do the direct mineral trade. This is a better people world. I do have to tap end of year right now, but then we do this. And now we have a couple of asteroids we can destroy. We are going to do food from here, I guess, is the plan. I don't 100% know how that's going to work, but we will figure it out. We We also actually have to, like, we just need more science, right? For sure. That is a thing that has to happen. So our next tech is probably going to be extreme miniaturization, which isn't actually hugely helpful. Well, you know, I say that, but if we do a miniaturization project, yeah, we could build a structure that would feed a chip to this world and finish that mission. And when we finish that mission, it's, yeah, I mean, the reward's not going to be amazing. Guess we can do that. So we have a little while before our next cost increase. Okay, we're not actually going to be able to deliver the food. Wondering if this is actually a better place to get the food from. Because like this would let us use that asteroid. At that point, I'm just assuming I'll be able to make robots from here. Which doesn't feel like a safe assumption. But also, we're incredibly desperate. Do I want to try to reveal some more space? No, we got to know what that is. Oh, it's nothing. Well, we're not too far from hitting this. If we can pull that off, then we could still potentially win this. My science per turn's only 8, though, and it needs to get up to 24. And we have 6 years. Or sorry, that's right. It's a 27-year mission. Still feels like not nearly enough. Well, if I plan to do this, I may as well try to get the setup here. So it would be another few bucks to do that. We actually hardly even end up with more money. We're gonna go ahead and buy this, but then these are actually quite expensive to build. I think I'm just like death spiraled here. Yeah, I think what happened is I got a little bit behind and then I started making kind of marginal plays to not expend a lot of effort so that we could not starve out. But each one of those plays just in the end brought us a little closer to starving out. And then stalling really badly on this mission because we really needed to get that mission reward and then continue getting our task reward. And then continue getting new tasks. I think I'm going to call it here. I am giving up for the day. I think I have not done a good job at this. But I do feel like I've learned a lot of things that are absolutely not safe to do on this particular mission. So when you come back next time tomorrow, we're going to take that knowledge and we're going to use it to do a better job. Fingers crossed, hopefully, maybe. And we'll see you then.